Hello everybody, my name is Larx and welcome back to Let's Play Dream Daddy. Last where we left off, we just came home from the neighborhood barbecue. And we got to meet some of the dads that are around the cul-de-sac and got to know them a little bit more. Amanda and I arrived home with the remnants of our veggie plate. Seems like nobody was really into the cauliflower. Any big plans for this evening? Actually, yeah. I'm going out with some friends. Oh.
Hmm?
Is that okay? Of course. Just keep me posted, alright? And be home before midnight.
Hmm.
You got it. And be careful. I will. Make good choices.
Huh.
Of course. And call me if you need anything.
Ah.
Dad, you're not going to do the thing where you wait silently for me to come home in the living room with all the lights off, are you? What? No. I've never done that, and I will never do that.
Hmm.
Okay. Do you have plans tonight? My plans were kind of to eat ice cream and watch TV with Amanda, but I'll find something to do. I'm gonna see how long I can sleep for. I'm gonna work on some stuff. You know, dad stuff. I'm just relaxing tonight. Have fun, okay?
Huh.
Great. See you later. I watch Amanda drive off into the night. I really do hope she has fun. I plop down in front of the TV and turn on some Wine and Dine Mastermind with celebrity chef Gavin Chapman. Looks like Gavin's making a roasted rack of lamb with rosemary mashed potatoes. That sounds really good. I love to be able to cook like that, although I think if I was actually good at cooking, I'd use my powers for evil, like just making baked Alaskas all day instead of any food of real nutritional substance. Man, Gavin Chapman just caught that thing on fire, but he meant to do it. What a professional. I lose track of time as I blaze through several episodes of Wine and Dine Mastermind, and also one episode of some cooking show called Meat Hell. I'm not even sure what that one was about. It was just a lot of yelling. I think that's referencing to Gordon Ramsay's, I think it's Hell's Kitchen or something like that. I glance at my watch. Man, it's almost midnight. I should check in with Amanda. I send a text. Hey kiddo, you good? I wander into the kitchen as I await for a reply. Amanda's phone is almost always in hand, so I'm sure she'll respond soon. Unless she's driving home now, in which case I hope she doesn't respond soon because I definitely taught her better than to text and drive. Yeah, never text, never text and drive, and never be on the phone while you're driving. I see a lot of people do it, and I wish they wouldn't. I focus on driving. Your call and text will be there soon. Promise ya. I reach into the freezer and grab an ice cream sandwich. It's a little late for this, but I think I earned it after a long day of socializing. I check my watch again, and then my phone. Nothing yet. Okay, see, now I'm worried. Do I call her? Do I call the cops? No, no, no. It's too soon for that. I'll just send her a gentle reminder text. What's up? Half an hour passes. Now I'm really worried. The episodes of Gavin Chapman's Meat Hell are not only not assuaging my anxiety, but possibly exasperating it with all the yelling. So I keep pacing around the house, waiting for her to come back. Why didn't I find out where she was going? Who is she even with? Why don't I know any of her friends' phone numbers? Why don't I even know any of her friends' full names? Who is Emma P? I decided to send her another text. Amanda, please text me and let me know you're okay. I can't help but think of all the awful things that could have happened to her. Oh, Larx. Oh, thank God, it's her. Amanda opens the door and shuffles in. Finally, finally, she's back home. Oh, I'm just so glad she's okay. What's up? Oh, sweetie, thank God you're safe.
Ugh.
Yeah. But now that I know she's okay, I'm really mad. Why didn't you answer my text? Amanda pulls her phone out of her pocket.
Eh?
Oh, whoops, guess I didn't see those. She starts to walk to her room. Amanda and Ann.
Hmm.
Whoa, we're pulling out the middle name now? Amanda, you came home an hour and a half after your curfew, and you didn't respond to any of my texts. You really freaked me out. I was about to call the cops.
Hmm.
Dad, you're seriously overreacting. You're not going to be like this when I go off to school, are you? Alright, so here's my opinion on all this that just happened. I was a teen, most of you guys were teens as well. You know, we when a parent says a curfew, we kind of want to be like, yeah, whatever, and kind of go home like 30 minutes after our curfew and stuff. I'm guilty of it as well. I'm sure a lot of you can also say, yeah, I kind of stayed over my curfew. You know, that's just being a teen. The thing of it is, though, is what you don't realize what you're doing is without responding to any of your texts, like what Larx just did, they sit in the house and they're freaking out because they don't know where you are. So Amanda could have had the decency and the respect to give her dad a little quick chime and say, "I'm just gonna be a little late I'm just gonna be a little late. I will be home." So that way they don't freak them out, so they know that you actually are coming home. When you leave them like that and you don't respond after the third text, that's very inconsiderate. Very, very inconsiderate. And it makes them be like, what happened to you? Because as a parent, you love your kid. And when you're not with them and they're out doing whatever they want, you're going to freak out and be like, what's happening? Now, the thing of it is, when you go and confront your child when they did this, you don't need to be either super emotional, like I was scared, like I was worried about you, and be like, girl, I don't like your attitude, girl. It, which I do agree with. I don't like her attitude either. I actually don't either. Um, I agree with both of these, but I don't want to go way off the deep end on one side and way off the deep end on the other. You kind of want to keep it in the middle. Like I was really scared, but I really don't like what you did, and I have a right to be concerned, which they do. So I have a right to be concerned. You're my only daughter. Well, I can't give you a play-by-play of everything I do all the time. I'm 18. You shouldn't even be giving me a curfew in the first place. Now, that's where you're wrong. That's where you're wrong. I know they're probably going to say it in the next chat, but if you live on someone's house, they're the one paying the bills and stuff. You kind of have to go by what they said. Unless you're helping, giving some of the money too, then you have a little bit more of to say. But when you live on someone else and they're paying all the bills, yeah, you get a curfew at 18, at 19, even at 20 if you're still living with your parents. That's just the way it is. At least that's my opinion. I'm sure your opinion might be different, but that, for the most part, yeah, whoever is making the money, whoever's paying the bills, yeah, you kind of have to. You get a curfew. I sit down on the couch and put my head in my hands. I feel very tired all of a sudden. You really scared me. Just please don't do that again.
Mm.
All right. I'm going to go to bed now. Amanda closes the door to her room and I head to mine. Ugh, I wish that could have gone a little bit better, but I didn't really want to be mean or, you know, emotional. I wanted to be like, I was concerned about you, I was worried about you, and I want you to know that I was freaking out about you the whole time. And that leaves in their head like, holy crap, I made them worry. So I kind of hope Amanda knew that she messed up without me saying, you messed up. That's just me. Jeez. As I'm falling asleep, one thing she said keeps echoing in my mind. You're not going to be like this when I go off to school, are you? I definitely didn't sleep well last night. I brew some strong coffee and make some scrambled eggs for Amanda as a peace offering. Aw.
Um,
She eventually wanders into the kitchen. Hey,
um,
I thought about what you said last night.
hmm.
I should have texted you. I said I was gonna do it, and I didn't. I honestly just didn't even think about it.
Uh,
I'm really sorry, Pops. I won't do it again. So she knew her mistake. And she's owning up to it. So good job, Amanda. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Well, I'm sorry for freaking out on you. I trust you to make good choices. I really don't have anything to be sorry about, so I trust you to make good choices. I also thought about it, and I'll try to give you your space from here on out. I gotta trust that you can take care of yourself.
hmm.
Team Shallow? Team Shallow.
Huh.
Amanda gives me a hug. Want some eggs? You know it! Sprinkle some cheese on them? Already did.
Yeah.
Bless you. Amanda scarfs down the eggs in time it takes me to wash the pan. Alright, I'm off to school. Smell you later. Wait, one more thing before you go.
Hmm.
What? What's Dadbook?
Ugh.
It's a social media platform. Wait,
Hmm?
what? What's a social media platform? Dad, I have to go to school. Come on, Amanda. I'm an old man. I can put together a Dadbook profile on my own. I can't put together a Dadbook profile on my own.
Hmm.
Alright, I'll help you sound interesting on the internet.
Oh.
Amanda spends the next couple minutes setting up my profile on Dadbook, which, as it turns out, is a place where dads can get together and talk about fatherhood.
Dad.
Alright, Pops, we gotta fill out your profile. Let's get some likes and dislikes. Alright, so now we are setting up our profile on Dadbook. Alright, so let's see how well we do. On a Friday night, you are most likely to polish and sort my coin collection, Netflix and grill, baby, fall asleep watching the History Channel, torment my children with dad puns, or sink into blissful oblivion sleep. On a Friday night, let's see, polish and sort my coin collection, Netflix and grill, baby. Fall asleep watching the History Channel, torment my children with dad puns, or sink into blissful oblivion sleep. Hmm. I just kind of like this one, so I'm just gonna say it. Netflix and grill, baby. If you had one thing to take with you onto a desert island, what would it be? My trusty grill, the lost shaker of salt, Castaway on DVD for instructional purposes, a boat, obviously. I don't need anything. My survival skills have trained me for this day. I would actually say, and this is just me, but I would say a boat, obviously. I would be sarcastic. What are your turn-ons? Oh. Hi, it's me. Strong dad arms, tennis shoes with long white socks, a well-manicured lawn, street smarts, top-tier grillmanship, or comfortable with crying. I like comfortable with crying and strong dad arms, but, you know, them biceps, though. What did you want to be when you grew up? For me, I always wanted to be a teacher. And then most of my time in school, I was also doing nursing as well. And then I slowly kind of just went with like regular, like basic ed. So let's see. Technical writer for manuals, instructionals, salty boat captain, pro skater who is also an astronaut, a good father, and the president of space. Honestly, when I was a kid, I loved space. And I also like Tony Hawk. So actually, pro skater who is also an astronaut sounds like something I would have said when I was young. What's your favorite movie genre? War documentary, Sean Connery's entire filmography, anything on Laserdisc, romantic comedies, whatever will make me cry, and old comedies that haven't aged well. I like comedies. I do like romantic comedies. I also like the old comedies. Um, I do kind of like the action adventure ones as well. Um, but to be honest, I don't really watch many movies. But I will say romantic comedies. I think some of them are fun. You know, some of them are kind of lame. But I do like the comedic with, you know, being in a romantic relationship. So let's do romantic comedies. What's your ideal date? Napping together, doing a 1,000 piece puzzle together, eating a healthy dinner at 4 p.m., but getting hopelessly lost, arson, being emotionally vulnerable. Yeah, actually, on an ideal date, if I'm going on a date with you, I want to feel like I can be myself and not have to have walls or barriers up. So I will say being emotionally vulnerable. If they can open up to me and I open up to them, I think for me that's a great date. Because you're getting to really know someone. What do you never leave home without? Sensible cardigan, my sick vape, my book of word jumbles and pen, a cool knife, my criminally low self-esteem, or I frequently forget my phone, keys, and wallet at home sometimes. They got me there. They got me there. I spend a lot of time thinking about conspiracy theories, how proud I am of my child, potential ends of the world, if I'll ever be able to love myself as much as I love my grill, when I can next get a cup of coffee, and lawnmower modifications. If I was a parent, I'd probably say how proud I am of my child. I would think that would mostly be the one thing I would think about a lot, of how proud they become. Profile complete! See? That wasn't so bad. Yeah, that was actually kind of fun. I could totally spend all day on here just looking at people's profiles.
Yes.
You should message one of them, or more than one of them. All of these dads seem pretty interesting. Okay. I promise I'll make some friends. Amanda gives me a hug. Go get him, Dad!
Welcome. You've got dads.
Oh my god. Oh. So in case any of you are too young to understand, when they said the welcome, like if you had AOL with dial-up, every time you go into AOL, like welcome, you've got mail. But I like that they like you got dads. Oh my god. So here are all the potential dates or like hangouts with each of these dads. What's this up here? Dad Manda. Hi, Larx. It's me, your dear old friend from way back in the day, Dad Manda. I'm delighted to see you signed up for Dadbook. They've recently added this exciting new messenger service, so you may find yourself receiving messages from other dads like myself. Take care not to miss them. Amanda, is that you? What are you doing on Dadbook? Why, Larx, I never! We've known each other since business school. How could you possibly confuse me for your amazing and talented and easy-to-buy things for daughter? Though I am, of course, flattered. You should buy Amanda more things. Amanda, you know I didn't go to business school. I barely even managed to get my degree. Wait. No. Wow. I didn't say that. You never heard that. This is gold. I was a great student, I swear. I graduated at the top of my class because I worked hard and ate all my vegetables. Totally holding on to this for later. Wait, do you even remember what I majored in? I declined to comment. Cool. Oh, that's funny. So that's kind of cool. They kind of make it look like an actual like social media where you're actually messaging people. That's funny. So, these are all of the possible candidates to quote unquote go on a date with. Um, so for the most part, we pretty much got a first impressions of all of these possible bachelors, if you want to say it. So I'm gonna put my initial thoughts or of my first impressions of all of them. Now I have pretty much three that I do pretty much like on the first basis. And there are three that I'm kind of about, and then there's one where I'm interested and also not interested. So let's talk about the ones that I'm interested in. So far, I really like Craig. I think Craig is, the typical, cool dad, even though they're quote unquote don't want to be called cool dads. But he's kind of a cool person. He was friends with Larx. They both went to school, and he seemed like he was a partier. He kind of got himself in trouble all the time. And then as he got kids, he seemed to matured himself. And I really respect that. And he tries to be a really good father and trying to make his kids active. I really do like that. I also like Matt. Matt is really down to earth. I really love that he likes music because I love music. And he's a little, clumsy with his words. And I find that really appealing because, you're not trying to be perfect, you're just trying to be you. And he's very calm. And, the little flower crown with his daughter was really, really adorable. So he's a really sweet dad. And then I'm also interested in Damien. He's pretty, I kind of like his little puns, and that he goes to Goth and Beyond and all that. So, and he seems like a really nice person. If you look past, the crazy, theater kind of representation of him. So I really do like these three. The ones that I'm not liking on the first basis, first off, it's going to be Brian. Now Brian, he's a good dad. He wants the best for his daughter. But in a relationship, it would seem right now that it's more of a competition than anything else. And I don't like that in a relationship. I don't want to compete with you. I don't necessarily deal with people who are egotistical, I guess is the nicest way to put it. When you feel like someone is trying to compete with you, it's not a healthy relationship, both friend-wise or in a relationship. If someone has to prove something, let's say like in a game or anything like in real life, and you feel like you have to compete with them in order to keep up with them, I don't agree with that. I don't like that. And I wish people didn't do that because there's no need to do that, especially if you have to prove yourself in something because of all your anxiety. That's not healthy. That's not how you should do things. You need to kind of, take it down a notch and try to be on everyone's wavelength. If you always keep thinking that you're better than everyone, it's not going to go with a great relationship. So, Brian is kind of down there. The other person I don't necessarily like is Hugo. Now, I don't want to say that he's a bad person or he's not one that's bad to romance. He's not. He's actually, aside from Brian, he's a really good person. The only thing is, he's Amanda's teacher. To me, that's kind of like, that's kind of weird. But so far what I've seen of Hugo, I like him. But he also doesn't seem like someone that I would necessarily date. He's very by the books. He's very, very like 100% with this. And me, I'm more kind of like, spontaneous, I guess you want to say. So I'm kind of like, Hugo's okay, but I'm not liking him like I am with Craig, Matt, or Damien. And the last one that I'm not too fond of dating is Joseph. And the reason why is because he is married and he has kids and they're in a relationship. I don't really approve of someone jumping into, trying to get into a relationship when they are already either married or in a relationship. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Now, you kind of tell that Joseph and Mary kind of have there's problems that they need to work on. And I don't think Joseph needs to be like all of a sudden, you know, try to find a different relationship. If he loves her, then they both need to work things out and find out what's wrong because Mary's doing things that she shouldn't be proud of doing, especially going to the bars and stuff. So I don't feel like as me to try to like jump in there. I don't think that's right and wrong. So I'm a little leery about Joseph. And finally we get to Robert. Robert, I'm interested in. He's one of those people that's very interesting. Very, very interesting. So I'm kind of on the fence with Robert. So it's kind of like yes and no with Robert. Like I like him, but I don't because as soon as we met him, he wanted to instantly hook up, and it's kind of like I don't know about that. So just to like quickly sum up, I love Craig, Matt, and Damien. I'm not really fond of Hugo, Joseph, and Brian, and Robert is in the middle. Now, with all that being said, I do plan on, trying to go on, hangouts. At least try to hang out with everybody. And then, once I do it a couple of times, I will choose the one that is ultimately right for me. But who could that be? Well, you're going to have to find that next time on Let's Play Dream Daddy. But I hope to see you next time who we hang out with for the first time. So, I hope to see you then. Take care.